Mm. A lot of people think that I just think about sex all the time, and it's probably because I don't get any of it. I haven't had any of it for over 8 years. Yes, but there's this idea of the office number three. Yeah, women that are recent graduates of law school within the last 7 years, the Young Lawyers Division of the American Bar Association. Yeah. What they didn't realize is they have to work with a woman that has no legal experience. Yes. All of these women, and approximately 4 to 5 thousand of them that come from the most impoverished areas of the United States, the Harlems, yes, the ghettos, the projects, yeah, the trailer parks. You have to explain to them first before you explain to me what the lawsuit is. Oh, now a lot of times attorneys they don't realize the jury of my peers are not that educated. Oh, a lot of them don't understand the laws and they don't realize that when you have this amount of negligence, yes, class action lawsuits, tort lawsuits, these types of things, that those in the most impoverished areas of the United States have had relatives, yes, that have spent a little time in jail or prison. Yeah. Now they have some real life experience of the actual judicial system of the United States. Yes. So for every attorney that thought, well, I'm going to come to work every time I talk to Paul. Yes. What you didn't realize is your assistants, well, the individual that you work with, yeah, they don't know anything about the law except what their personal life has taught them. Now, my thought was these very large breasted, attractive Hispanic women from the ghetto, ones you have to explain to them the lawsuit before you explain it to me. As long as I work with those that are my actual peers, those that are poor, large breasted, virgins. Well, who do you think the B on you was going to be? See, I always consider my peers of the United States as being the jury trial where I sue the governor of the state of Washington for having any knowledge of corruption. Yes. And I make sure that the lawsuit is understood by those stupid individuals that happen to have big breasts. Every woman attorney that comes to work has assistants. Yes. That they are not attorneys. No, they're not paralegals. They have the real life experience of growing up in the ghetto where their family seemed to each, they all ended up in jail or prison. There seems to be an inordinate amount of poor people that go to jail. Now, if you happen to be the sister of any cousin, brother or sister that would like to work in the office so as to help the young attorneys that are recent bar association members help them understand why it's important to be able to explain the lawsuit to those that the uneducated American citizens will have to make a judgment about. Now let's say you're living in the ghetto. You're very attractive, O triple D or larger. Yes, you are. And for some reason, they keep arresting your brother and putting him in jail. Yes. Now, maybe he committed a crime, maybe not. You don't know. But I would say anytime you fabricate fake evidence against a citizen, you deserve to go to prison. Oh, well, they did that to me on December 31st of 2015. Yes. They did that to me on June 16th of 2017. Yes. In fact, they violated all my rights. Now, I employ, yes, women that have grown up in poor communities that have real life experience of a sibling or a relative having to go to jail or prison. Yes. Or they personally had to go to court and watch the court proceedings. Because quite often when you're an attorney, you're disconnected from the realities of the jury that you want. Jury selection is very important. Yeah. And sometimes when you really do understand the lawsuit, see, it happens to involve every county of the United States. I take those that have the real life experience of their relatives going to jail or prison. I put those with those that are bar association members that come to work every time they talk to me. And then when going through jury selection, I select a jury that gets so pissed off that you would violate the civil rights of American citizens. It's the selecting of the jury that decides the size of the judgment. And I want them to be so angry that when I ask for $100 billion, they have no problem awarding a judgment that size. Now, for every judge that said, well, we're just going to overturn the ruling, I sue you first. Do you understand, Judge?